It's indeed an honor to be here, a new experience for me. Let me first start by saying thank you to Satyarthi because as a child I was playing cricket, chasing my dream, wanting to play for India and win the World Cup. Sharmila ji was acting along with Nandita as well, winning the hearts of Indian people and millions of people across the globe. Satyarthi ji was busy fighting for the rights of the children in India and protecting them. I want to take this opportunity to thank you on behalf of the nation for everything that you have done for us. And in this fight, want to assure you that you're not alone. We are very much with you. Child labor and slavery has to come to an end. It will require a mega effort, but we are prepared to take those steps together. Talking about childhood, I still sometimes sit aside and think of my childhood and gives me a reason to smile. I remember my parents giving me complete freedom to do whatever I wanted. I would spend hours and hours playing with my friends. And sometimes one of my family members had to, literally drag me out of my cricket match or a football match or a badminton game just so that I have my lunch and then I have my dinner, so on and so forth. But talking about hygiene, there was one rule. Food was not served if I didn't wash my hands. So it became a habit. The moment my family members realized my passion and love for cricket, they started supporting me and guiding me, especially my brother, who would travel with me wherever I went because I was only 11 then, and taught me everything that he could, including how to pack a cricket kit bag. If I was going on a tour, we would pack our bags, my bags rather, together. So in short, what I'm trying to say is, because of my family's support, I'm standing here in front of you. I was able to achieve my dream. And there are millions and millions of children in India, outside India, who are unfortunate. They don't get the childhood they deserve. I believe children dream. I dreamt of playing for India, and children dream. And it's important to dream and then chase your dream. Children are the future of this planet. They are unpolished diamonds. It is up to us, the family members and the seniors around them, to mold their careers. They will learn from you. They will grasp every little thing that you say, that you teach them. I learned plenty of things from my father. He didn't actually have to tell me, but just by watching him, by observing him closely, I learned a lot of things from him. So it's up to us to make them into those priceless diamonds. And it is possible. I also know that UN, under the leadership of Mr. Secretary General, along with Satyarthi ji, is trying to put an end to child labor and slavery. And it wouldn't be out of place if I said that we all will strive to achieve that goal together because the numbers that you mention and the numbers that you hear are staggering. That is one record we should not be proud of. My first innings as a cricketer was exciting. I traveled all across the world, met so many people wanting to play cricket and hold that beautiful World Cup trophy in my hand, which I was able to do after 21 years. It was hard work, but it was a joy to be out there in the middle and exciting to be there. As soon as I retired in the second part of my life, the second innings, I started about 13 months ago, 14 months ago. When I retired, the first responsibility I accepted was to become UNICEF Ambassador for hand wash and sanitation. And I want to assure you that you will have a committed Sachin Tendulkar for this job in spreading the message across. And I would, above all, try and live up to my own expectations, because I have to look at myself in the mirror and say that I've done a good job. While spreading the message across, there's one small school in Ratnagiri where visually challenged children are there, also physically challenged children are there. And I spent an afternoon with them. It was an overwhelming experience for me, because I got to see the talent that they have in the remotest parts of India. I mean, it was a really, really small place, dilapidated buildings, and so-called classrooms. I'm sure we can do a better job by giving them better facilities, but they were happy with what they had, and they were making the most of it, wanting to take bigger steps in future and become something in life. The best way of giving this message across was, I thought, to start a cricket match. With visually challenged children, we played cricket, and it was fascinating to see how they consistently hit the ball. It's really impressive, and it gives you goosebumps to experience all those things, which in normal life, you don't experience all those things. You take everything for granted, including your freedom. And I had this hand washing session with them, where I made them promise me that not just the school friends, but anyone living the next door, and including your family members, because sometimes your parents or your grandparents learn a lot of things from children when they come back home. Whatever they've learned in school, they go back home and they teach them. And they've promised me to spread this message across as much as they can. It's all about awareness, and I want to reiterate that as UNICEF Ambassador, I would try my level best, and this wouldn't be a disappointing innings, hopefully with the grace of Almighty. Thank you very much once again for having me here.